LeBron James, year 22, age 40, and he just dropped 40 points in a single game like it was nothing. No gimmicks, no easy buckets, just pure dominance. Fadeaway jumpers, chase down blocks, deep threes, full court sprints. It was vintage LeBron, but with the twist of time defiance that no other player in NBA history has ever pulled off this late in their career. The basketball world watched in awe, social media exploded, fans screamed GOAT chants, and then came Stephen A. Smith. Like a bucket of cold water in the middle of the celebration, he said plainly, "I don't care. LeBron James will never be the GOAT." That one sentence sparked a firestorm. Again. But why? Why can someone who's defying the aging process in front of millions still not be crowned the greatest of all time? This is more than a stat line. It's a cultural conversation. And today, we're diving headfirst into it. LeBron in year 22, a level of greatness we've never seen before. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the historical context of what LeBron is doing. In his 22nd NBA season, LeBron is averaging over 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. And that's not a typo. No one in the history of the NBA has even come close to that level of production at this stage. Most players are retired by now. Some are doing commentary. Others can barely run up and down the court without pulling a hamstring. But LeBron, he's leading a team of professional athletes who are literally half his age and often outplaying them. That 40-point game wasn't just another night on the job. It was a statement that he's still elite, that the fire hasn't gone out, that no matter how many minutes, miles, or years pile up on his body, the king still rules the court. And let's be honest, when you're 40 and still hitting step-back threes with a defender in your face, you've entered a tier of greatness few even imagined. If this were anyone else, we'd be calling them the GOAT without hesitation. But LeBron's problem isn't his game, it's the ghost of Michael Jordan. Stephen A. Smith's controversial take, a GOAT rejection heard around the league. Just when the NBA world was preparing the victory parade for LeBron's latest feat, Stephen A. Smith jumped in and shook the entire conversation. On ESPN's First Take, he declared, with his usual booming conviction, LeBron James will never surpass Michael Jordan. No matter how many points he scores, no matter how long he plays, no matter how many records he shatters, for Stephen A., the door is shut, the debate is over. Jordan remains the GOAT. Now, we all know Stephen A. thrives on hot takes and bold declarations. But this wasn't just media theatrics. He backed it up with reasons that resonate with millions. To him, it's not just about stats, it's about moments. Killer instinct, finals dominance, Jordan's 6-0 finals record, his refusal to let a series go to Game 7, his ability to strike fear into opponents before the game even started. That's the stuff of legends. That's what separates a great player from the greatest player. According to Stephen A., LeBron's resume, as jaw-dropping as it is, simply doesn't cross that final threshold. The eternal debate, longevity versus perfection. At its core, this argument boils down to two different definitions of greatness. On one side, you have LeBron, the Iron Man, the all-time scorer, the most complete player in NBA history. He's played through 3 decades, across multiple teams, through rule changes and eras. He's led underdogs, fought through injuries, and still put up MVP-caliber numbers. He's not just the king. He's been the constant in a constantly changing league. But on the other side is Michael Jordan, the perfect storm, the man who went 6-0 in the finals, who won 5 MVPs, who never cracked under pressure, whose aura alone could win a game. To many, including Stephen A., Jordan represents peak greatness, the highest standard. And no matter how long LeBron plays, how many points he scores, or how many gray hairs he earns while still posterizing defenders, they believe he'll always be chasing the shadow of Jordan's flawless peak. This 40-point game meant more than just points. Let's circle back to that incredible game, because this wasn't just another performance to toss into the stats bin. It was a symbolic moment, a thunderous reminder that LeBron is still redefining what's possible. At an age when most players are slowing down, he's speeding up. This game showcased every part of his toolkit: the IQ, the vision, the physicality, the leadership, and more importantly, the fire. He wasn't playing like a legend coasting through his final years. He was playing like a man with something to prove, like a man tired of being told he's second best. That 40-point performance wasn't about silencing critics. It was about sending a message: I'm still here, and I'm still dangerous. It was a modern-day reminder of why LeBron deserves to be in the GOAT conversation. if not at the very top of it. The internet melts down, fans, players, and pundits all weigh in. As expected, the internet reacted in two very different ways. LeBron fans lit up Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube with highlight clips, goat emojis, and stat comparisons. Jordan never did this at 40, was a common cry. They argued that LeBron's total body of work, from 18 to 40, is unmatched, that his versatility, his leadership, his endurance, all of it, makes him the most complete player the game has ever seen. But Jordan fans were ready with their rebuttal. Nice game, they said, but it wasn't Game 6 of the finals. They pointed to LeBron's 4-6 finals record, to the infamous 2011 finals collapse, to the super teams he built. They reminded everyone that Jordan played fewer seasons, fewer games, but delivered more rings and more legendary moments in the ones he had. Even current and former players chimed in. Some called LeBron the GOAT, citing his evolution and longevity. Others stood by Jordan, citing his competitive ruthlessness and iconic dominance. Once again, the NBA universe split down the middle, not because of the game, but because of what it meant in the larger narrative. Will LeBron ever be universally crowned the GOAT? Let's be real. Probably not. And maybe that's okay, because the GOAT debate isn't about clear winners. It's about values. Do you value sustained excellence over time, or flawless dominance over a shorter peak? Do you reward the player who adapted to every era, or the one who defined his own? LeBron may never go 6-0 in the finals. He may never win over every old-school analyst or hardline MJ fan, but what he will do is leave a legacy that no one can copy. He will go down as the most durable superstar, the most consistent performer, and perhaps the most complete player to ever play the game. His greatness is different, but it's no less real. And while Stephen A. might never give him that final GOAT nod, millions of fans, players, and analysts already do, because greatness isn't one size fits all. It evolves, just like LeBron. Otro, we may never see this again. So don't blink. In the end, this isn't just about LeBron versus Jordan. It's about appreciating greatness while it's here. What LeBron is doing right now, scoring 40 points at age 40, leading a team in year 22, still playing above the rim, it's unheard of. It's unprecedented. It's history in real time. So instead of arguing endlessly about who's the GOAT, maybe we pause for a moment and just watch. Watch this man take the court night after night, with gray in his beard and fire in his soul, and dominate a game that's been trying to move past him for years. Because when he's gone, when the sneakers are finally hung up and the debates are just echoes, we'll look back at nights like this and realize we witnessed something that may never happen again. LeBron may never win over Stephen A. Smith. He may never get 100% of the votes. But if dropping 40 in year 22 doesn't prove he's built differently, what will?